And good morning, everybody. I'm Frank Spillers with Rural Community Solutions, where we help your community, business, or your organization create family-friendly, youth-centered places that people want to be. If you're looking to grow your community, if you're looking to increase your volunteer base, if you're looking to increase your employee base, then you need an environment that attracts people. It attracts people that you want to have live, work, and play in your community, work in your business, or volunteer in your organization. And if you don't have the environment and you're struggling to find good employees, you're struggling to find good volunteers, you're struggling to turn your population decline around, then your environment is not the right fit. So you need to work on that to build the correct environment that people want to belong. It's that sense of belonging that people want. And once they need help, they need security, they need food, they need shelter, and they need employment. They need a way to earn money, and that could be by entrepreneurship. That could be they bring their own business with them. But no matter what you do, you have to create that environment that attracts people. And that's what we do. We help create family-friendly, youth-centered places that attract the individuals that you want to have live there. It's a conscious choice. It's an intention to attract the person that you want to have live, work, and play in your community. So what are you doing about it? What are you looking at? Or are you just doing different things or even doing the same things and expecting different results? Just like what Einstein said. And that definition of insanity that everybody knows now, doing the same things in the same way, but expecting different results, is the definition of insanity. So is your community doing that? Because your community was founded on the principle of nothing was there. It was created out of nothing, is where your community started. Picture, if you will, the pure, raw prairie. No wires, no fences, no roads, not even a farmhouse. No sign of civilization. This is what a person saw that was crossing the prairie in a wagon more than 170 years ago. They jumped off the wagon, looked around, and declared, "This is where I want to settle and build a town. A great place to live and a great place to raise my family." So they took a risk. They built a house made out of the land, planted food to eat, and cared for the land. Then they wrote back to their friends where they came from and described the great opportunity and promise that they have found. They invited who they knew to join them in their discovery, people they had a relationship with, and so they came, family by family, and those families invited others they knew who they wanted to live with within that community. The communities grew because the needs of the families grew, so entrepreneurs started businesses to meet those community needs. Ice houses, broom factories, general stores, and many other types of sole proprietor entrepreneurial businesses started up within the community. All of our communities across this country, all around the world, were started in this way, with a vision of the future and a plan to grow with people. And grow with people they did, but they had a plan. They had a vision of the future and a plan to grow with people. But it was the people that they had the plan to grow with that is really the key statement in there, because they visualized who they wanted to have live in their community. So are you willing? Is your community willing? That's the question that you have to ask. Is your community willing? Are you willing to live in the community the way it is? Are you willing to tolerate the way the community is? Are you willing to do and to keep doing the things that you're doing? Because if you are willing to have it the way it is right now, then why change? You're not willing to change. You will be willing to accept the circumstances that you're in right now. You're willing to accept where you're at. You're willing to accept the trends that have been going on in your community. You're willing to accept what's been going on because you are willing not to change. Because if you are not willing and don't accept the way that your community is, and you are willing to change, then you can move forward and you need to do. But the question is, are you willing? You're either willing to keep it the way it is, or you're willing to do things differently than you have done in the past before to get the different results that you want, to get those results that you want. So are you willing to get the results that you want? Do you know what you want? And so when you start to analyze why you do what you do and start to analyze the way it is and analyze and then look at the future the way you want it to be, and then say, I am willing to do whatever it takes. That's commitment. If you're willing to not do whatever it takes, you're willing just to keep it where it's at, that's a commitment also. You are willing to do whatever it takes to keep your community the way it is right now. Now, there's some things that you like about your community and you don't want to change, and that's fine. But is that hampering your growth? What do you want to have happen? What is your vision of the future you wish to create? Because if you're not willing to do the actions it takes to get to the results that you want, then you're willing to get the results that you have. You're willing to do today. That's the question. Change or not to change? That's a willingness. So if you're willing to do something different, if you're wanting to start walking down that path to change where your community is, email me, frank@ghorizons.com, or email kim@ghorizons.com. And let's start a discussion about what you're willing to do and how we can help you change and transition from where you're at right now to where you want to be. What results do you want? How do we plan the actions? How do we plan for the people that we want to have live, work, and play in our community? If you want to create and have a family-friendly, youth-centered place that attracts people, you need to be willing to create the environment that's going to attract the person that you want. But first, you have to be willing to visualize and to plan the person that you have. What do they look like? What characteristics do they have? What kind of demographics do they have? Do they own their business? Do they work out of their home? How are they? You have to be willing to dig deep to find out what you're willing to do and what they're willing to do. So if you're ready to, and you're tired of tolerating the circumstances that you're in right now, let's have a conversation. And you can have a conversation with us even on Zoom if you want to. So just get a hold of us. Let's have a conversation and see how we can help you build family-friendly, youth-centered places that attract people that you want. I'm Frank Spillers, and Rural Community Solutions has more than 200 videos on our YouTube channel at Rural Community Solutions TV, or you can listen to the podcast at anchor.fm/Frank Spillers. Think like an entrepreneur, become a spark plug. So for now, have a great day if you're willing to have a great day and willing to do what it takes to make it a great day. We'll see you later.